Hi there, everyone. Long time no speak. It's Aaron. I'm the founder and CEO, Chief Executive Officer of 28 Games. This is my first video of 2026. Excuse me, 2026. Happy 2026. Happy New Year to all of you. It's been a very, very long time since I've put myself in front of the camera and, just explain what's going on. Just to clear things up, you will every single day. This is for my existing followers. You're going to see me be doing hashtag Grand Theft Auto 6 because, to be honest with you, I mean, I know what's up with this whole thing, and I'm just kind of broken it out and started doing my own thing, which I started January 1st, 2025. And so what it boils down to is where I am, you'll see hashtag Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's the idea just to say that this is the real game, because in actuality, that's what it is. So, like I said, I hope you're all doing really, really well. As far as things are here, a new year doesn't fix all problems. It just doesn't. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so phlegmy. Could be because of all the heat, dries out conditions. But a new year doesn't fix all problems. And by the way, I hope my whole head's in here. And if it's not, I do apologize for that. So my mother, she's doing the Celebrate Recovery thing. If you've been following my updates that I do every single day, I start in the morning, usually end at like 1700, 5 p.m., somewhere around there roughly. It might be later than that. It depends. It depends on how the day goes. She's at Celebrate Recovery right now. It's Christian counseling. If I'm going to talk about my mother, as far as I'm concerned, she's getting worse. It's to the point now where she's got psychosis and bipolar 1. It's to the point where she's like a different person every single day. She will change in shifts. She will be one person in the morning, and then when I go to pick her up from work, whether it be at M-Town, which is basically the town over where she works, or L-City, which is my city, where she works. She works 2 divisions at a nursing home, Taylor home. She's a completely different person, and it is to the point now where it's just absolutely draining. It's drained me, and it puts me in a bad mood. I get upset. I get depressed. I'm 35 years old. My 35th birthday is coming up in less than a week, January 29th. She's 56 at the end of February. I worry about her every single day. If that's not clear, if I haven't made that clear, I am worried about her. She's got arthritis in her back now. She's got pretty much every psychiatric condition known to mankind. Some of the worst ones: anxiety with depression, panic attacks, anxiety, panic attacks, psychosis, bipolar 1. She says she has OCD. Well, I know she's got OCD. PTSD, she has been diagnosed with that, but as far as I'm concerned, I'd say she's got it. She's got pretty much every condition you could think of. And there is just... She goes into manic episodes, okay? Because bipolar is manic and depressive episodes. Manic is really, really high, really euphoric, really happy, or really depressed, really sad, or somewhere in between. She goes into these manic episodes and cannot control herself whatsoever. I've explained this many, many times. It's just a different year saying the same thing. Once she gets to that point, there is no making contact with her. She will hallucinate. She will punch things. She will lock herself in our first floor bathroom and punch the vanity in there. Punch, over and over and over again. And there's these little pieces of pottery in there, these stars. She will just keep chipping these things away and saying to me every single time, "Oh, it's somehow it's chipping. I don't know what's happening. It's chipping." And no, what's happening is you're in prodromal phase. You're hallucinating and you can't control yourself, and your mental health isn't good. And this just happens every single month, verbatim. And it's draining. It's not a good situation. She loves her job. She'll be 4 months on that job tomorrow, but she's off. She's gonna be because we're gonna be seeing my sister at Burger King because that's what we do. A couple of towns over, that we visit her once a month, and it just amazes me how she's able to mask all of this with such, like, I don't know what to say, professionalism. She's able to lie, cover up that lie again, cover up that lie, and it's a vicious cycle that just keeps going on and on and on. And I have to sit there, biting my tongue. Excuse me, I just had some rice, because I got some supper here. I have to keep biting my tongue and acting like everything's okay when it's not. I got my own stuff going on, okay? I got these lumps on my head right here. They could be a number of things. It could be cancer. They could be, might not immediately be cancer, but they could be a pillar cyst, cyst, benign tumor, and let me tell you something, I'm riddled with stress. I mean, I get eye twitches here, all over the place, and that's not good because that's a sign of MS, multiple sclerosis, nerve damage or severe nerve damage, Parkinson's, So, let me see if this is still going. Yeah. All right, we're at 6 minutes here. I don't want to make this too long. I just want to update you all and what's going on. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice and the influx of my voice that I'm not a nervous wreck, but it's like enough is enough. Can I just have one day where my mother's going to be one person and not a whole bunch of different people fluctuating all over the place, her emotions all over the place? And the answer to that obviously seems to be no. She changes all over the place. And I just try to hold it down here, because I've been away from this house when I took care of my sister, for about 4 years. And this freaking house just got destroyed. You came into this house, you'd see chips and damage and broken glass above the sink. It's sad. I feel totally powerless. And another thing is, we're always told to get help, right? But nowadays, it's hard to get that help because people don't want to help, because people don't want to work. Not all people, but, some people. And I internalize a lot. Sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Why don't I just suffer in silence? Maybe you've had that feeling. And if you do, I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. And I just want to tell you that you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. All right? You're going to get through it. And life is the toughest job that there is. It's very easy to quit. It's very easy to commit suicide, say enough's enough. And sadly, a lot of people do that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. It just sucks. It just sucks all together. To be son or daughter, grown up, and watching what it seems like your loved one, your parent, just deteriorate, before your very eyes. And my mother isn't like that, but she's 90% of the time she says these things that makes no sense. 90% of the time she's like in her own mind, busy in her own mind. Okay, the other 10%, or maybe even less than that, she's here in reality. She's very obsessed with religion. She's hyper-religious. She thinks the Bible is the all. Okay, and I'm not religious. Both my parents went to Sunday school. My father is Catholic. My mother is Episcopalian. But now she thinks she's born again Christian, and she's just very. It's the only thing she does. It's very concerning to me because it's like. It's just concerning, She's not operating here. She's not here. She's not with it. She's all over the place. And it's like I have to accept that. Like, I don't talk with my aunt anymore, who's going to be 59 in February. She's almost 60. My grandmother's got stage 3 colorectal cancer. She's handling it like a champ. She's a damn tough woman. She's, like her doctor says, you're a tough lady, Claire. You're a tough lady, You're a strong lady, Claire. You're a strong lady. Something like that. But I don't talk with my aunt about it anymore. My closest aunt here in the state, in the city where I am, because I don't want to put that on her. She's been through enough. She almost committed suicide herself. She had AFib, which led her to quit smoking. She still smokes marijuana, but it's her thing. She does, but she doesn't smoke anymore. I don't want to put that on her plate because I just, I want to be a good nephew. I want to keep her informed, but I don't want to put that on her plate. So I don't have anyone to talk about it. So when I'm doing these updates, it's kind of a way for me to express all that non-verbally, because you can't express things verbally. Non-verbal is the next best thing. So yeah, I realize that I'm all over the place, but I do appreciate all your support. Everyone who's following me, I think that you see the struggles and all that. And regarding when I signed back in 2024, I won't get into that, but that really is something else. That still disappoints me a lot. And if I knew it was going to be that much trouble, then I wouldn't have even put my signature down. Because I do see, as the way that I see it, I've helped out Rockstar a lot. Maybe you don't understand it. Maybe they don't understand it. Maybe there's certain people that don't understand it. And that's totally fine. Okay, but it's just all this regarding GTA 6, okay? GAT 6, whatever you want to call it. This is undoubtedly the craziest lead up to a game that I've ever seen. It's just, even that's exhausting to me now. I'm older now, and I don't want stress, because stress kills you, and I don't want that to happen. But people can disagree if they want, and say, oh, you didn't do enough. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. But I disagree with that, and I believe I have helped out a lot. Maybe not helped, okay, but definitely gone to bat. For these really talented guys and girls at Rockstar Games, and the higher ups. The higher ups, I could say a lot. I really could say a lot. I could say a lot about the board game characters, but like I said, it's 2026 now, and yeah, I'm just doing my thing. And for those of you who support me doing that thing, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Right, we're at 12 minutes here. So again, I hope my face is in here. It's an update of everything that's going on right now. I'm doing that, plus I'm doing an AI thing right now on, I'm making AI music, or generating AI music. And it's really, really cool, because AI, machine learning, really is getting more prevalent now. And it's amazing how you can go have this proprietary software that you put a prompt in, and it will generate a whole song for you. Verse, chorus, bridge, and I've done a lot of that. I've done some AI covers of, Gangsta's Paradise and Coolio, obviously. And I did one, Selena Gomez's Love You Like a Love Song. And it's amazing to me how a robot, how artificial intelligence can put together a song, and it's a coherent song. Maybe there's a little bit of artifacts here and there, but AI is becoming something else. It's really powerful. It's so cool how I can make these songs, and like running on fumes, because I got two softwares that I use. Suno, which many people use. It's a workstation, so you can go on there and mix and master tracks. And then Brev, B-R-E-V, Brev AI, which I've done a lot of tunes on there too. And I've done heavy rock, I've done metal, I've done pop, I've done synth pop, synth rock pop, and it's incredible the results that's spit out. It's like a year ago you couldn't do this, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and now it's like AI is something else. And a lot of people don't like it, and I understand that and respect that, but I do. I do like it. I like to tinker with it, because not a lot of people have the resources and the financial capacity to get her in the recording studio and produce a proper song. It takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of diligence, a lot of dedication, devotion, commitment to to do that. And I like AI because, you know, it streamlines the process, you know, and I have fun with it, you know, and that's what I'm doing right now, putting up a whole bunch of AI covers. I get a few more of Gangsta's no, not Gangsta's Paradise. Reach Out, I'll Be There, the original version by the Four Tots, you know. So I get a few more of those, and then I got a few on Suno that I'm gonna upload. I already have a few on there. It's cool. You know, there's one called that's Brev AI Shadow Reverie. That's on Brev. Suno, I have Outlaws Redemption, which you can put two and two together and think what that sounds like. You know, which why a lot of people kind of like that because it sounds like Red Dead Redemption. You know, and then, you know, Running on Fumes is another one I got on there. And then I got some other ones, and it's the coolest thing. I wish I could describe it, you know, but it's just like you put the right prompt in there. You know, you say you want riffs, you want electric guitars, you want, you know, what do you want the arrangement of the song to be, what the components of the song to be, the instruments, the instrumentation. You want it to be AI vocals, or you want it to be instrumental, just, you know, just instruments, you know, and it's cool to me, you know, it's I like experimenting with it, and I'm gonna keep doing that. But yeah, anyway, other songs I got on there on Suno. I got what else? Let's see. Actions Have Consequences, which is kind of like a heavy metal song where tick tick tick, you hear the clock, and then it goes all you know, electric guitars and guitar licks and all that. And then there's another song called White Flag that's about kind of like it's a positive song, you know, saying, you know, don't give up, something along those lines. And then the other one I have is really, really cool. I like the title that it generated. Songs of Ice and Fire. Songs of Ice and Fire. And this is, it's got your fills, it's got your electric guitars in there. It's kind of heavy rock, you know, or heavy rock sound, and it's just really, really cool. So I'm going to be uploading all that. All right, about 17 minutes. It's 7:30 right now, or 1930 hours. So yeah, and I'm doing AI stuff. I'm going to be uploading all that. Eventually, there's a whole bunch of other stuff I'm going to be uploading, little by little, you know. And I'll appreciate your support. You know, me doing that. And I'm going to be doing the updates and all that other stuff that I do. Hashtag GTA. Just get used to it. You know, the Leslie Benzie monologues, you know, and I know that could be a little too much sometimes with him farting all over the place and crapping himself. You know what I mean. But you know what? The reason I do that is, you know, to make myself laugh. And you need more laughter in this world because it's just so chaotic. You know, it's just gone nuts. And people are gone nuts, and I've seen so much bad stuff. Man, on X, Twitter, you know, I'm just like, I gotta block this because this is a bunch of negative crap. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it on my timeline. So yeah, that's everything that's kind of going on right now. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Stay safe. I'm Aaron, founder and CEO of 28 Games. My tagline's crazy, ambitious, cleverly historic. I want you to all be well and be safe. Have a good rest of your night. We're finishing up Martin Luther King Day. You know, I'm gonna be seeing my sister tomorrow. Looking forward to that. But yeah, I appreciate your support watching this video and anything else that I do. All right, very good. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.